smile uplift, I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon as the ocean stays, I also offer when touched by kindness to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright as flowers on sweet remembering of how I found me in you. When my heart's in pain, may I go on, may I bravely stand as I am and walk life's way. When my hands are warmed in Gassho, my heart lights aglow, finding peace when skies are gray. In great compassion, may I live this precious life, just as it's life in me does light each day. When we see the golden sun shining from above, we are mindful of the Buddha's love. For us all His pure compassion shares His steadfast glow. By His doctrine, wisdom's way to show. When we see the silver moon gleaming in the sky, we remember still our Lord is nigh. By His blessed law to guide us through this earthly night, out of sorrow into joy and light. In times of difficulty, I say Namo Amida Butsu. To Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Gassho, I say Namo Amida Butsu, spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. In times of difficulty, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing my best with a calm heart, thankful for my life as it's given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Gassho, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. When my heart is touched by kindness, how my being fills with joy I wish to share. When my heart overflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift. I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon, as the ocean's depths, I also offer when touched by kindness to share. May the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright as flowers are sweet remaining of how I found me in you. When my heart's in pain, may I go on, may I bravely stand as I am and walk life's way. When my hands are warmed in Gassho, my heart lights aglow, finding peace when skies are gray. In great compassion, may I live this precious life, just as it's given in Mida's light each day. When we see the golden sun shining from above, we are mindful of the Buddha's love. For us all His pure compassion shares His steadfast glow. By His doctrine, wisdom's way to show. When we see the silver moon gleaming in the sky, we remember still our Lord is nigh. By His blessed law to guide us through this earthly night, out of sorrow into joy and light. In times of difficulty, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing my best with a calm heart, thankful for my life as it's given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Gassho, I say Namo Amida Butsu, spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. In times of difficulty, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing my best with a calm heart, thankful for my life as it's given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Gassho, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Spreading spirit of living with brave hearts. Spreading spirit of caring, helping others. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida When my heart is touched by kindness, how my being fills with joy I wish to share. When my heart o'erflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift. I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon, as the ocean's depth, I also offer, when touched by kindness, to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk lead to friendship ever true. I'll link bright as free as its flames, a sweet remembering of how I found me in you. When my heart's in pain, may I go on, may I bravely stand as I am and walk life's way. When my hands are warmed in Gassho, my heart lights aglow, finding peace when skies are gray. In sweet as light each day.
With hands of heart in God.
spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. In times of difficulty, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing my best with a calm heart, thankful for my life as it's given, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu, doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Gassho, I say Namo Amida Butsu, spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading to all hearts. Namo Amida. When my heart is touched by kindness, how my being fills with joy I wish to share. When my heart overflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift, I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon, as the ancient days, I also offer, when touched by kindness, to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly talk, may the path we walk Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, living in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. In times of gratitude, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Doing good no matter how small, reaching out with a warm heart, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion, always in embrace of Buddha's great light of wisdom and compassion. With hands of heart in Gassho, I say Namo Amida Butsu. Spreading spirit of living with brave hearts, spreading spirit of caring, helping others, Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu. Buddha's great light shines into all hearts. Namo Amida Butsu.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our family Sunday service. My name is Warren Tanigawa, and I will be your MC for today.
Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namando, 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 Namando.
We will have a chanting of Vandana Ti-Sarana. Please put your hands together. Thank you. Today's chant will be Gassho to Amida.
Springtime brings the happy birds, their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I Gassho to Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I Gassho to Amida. When I lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I Gassho to Amida. Nembutsu in work and play. Every day with Amida, every moment filled with light. I Gassho to Amida. Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I Gassho to Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I Gassho to Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I Gassho to Amida. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namanda Namanda.
The Dharma message will now be shared by Reverend Tomioka. The message today is lid.
Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namando, Namando, Namando. Good morning, then aloha kako aloha. Welcome to Puna Hongwanji Buddhist Temple online Dharma service, Sunday service. Thank you so much. Today the title of my message is lit. Yeah, lit. So we do have so many different of the lit to cover things. Yeah, in your kitchen or like something containers, anything in your living room, kitchen, dining table. We do have so many different types of lit. So even today, usually when I feel so cold, like a chilly night, or we want to eat something hot or spicy, usually we make a hot pot, like using the pot. And then as you can see a cover or lid. Yeah. But if we're cooking something, we put water or ingredients, and then we try to warm up and then heat up so we can enjoy the hot pot dinner or meals. Yeah. Then if we have this pot with a lid, then what if we pour water? Can we pour the water into the inside of the pot? Cannot, yeah? Because of the lid or cover, no matter how we try, manage to pour water into the pot, due to the again lid, water cannot, we cannot put the water into the inside. So similar way, Amida Buddha's compassion and wisdom. Yeah, Amida Buddha's compassion, wisdom. As you can see today in a statue of our altar, statue is not only there. That is a manifestation of Buddha's compassion and wisdom. Therefore, every day, every moment, Buddha is reaching out to me and then you, calling, come as you are, I shall embrace you no matter who you are, whatever situation you may be in. This Amida Buddha never rejects you, never abandons you, forever with you. Also with Buddha's great wisdom, totally dispels the darkness of our human ignorance as we have greed, anger, or ignorance. So because of such my human being nature, every day, every moment, this Amida Buddha's compassion and wisdom forever reaching out to me and then you. However, in a semi like a water, no matter how Amida Buddha's compassion and wisdom try to reach out to me, if I do have this cover or lid, what happens is it may come to this way, but reflection or we have to turn it down and going to other way. So this lid or cover is, in Buddhism tradition, we call it doubt. Yeah. So doubt is truly our founder Shin and Shonin clearly stated. Doubt is truly the hindrance, disturbing to receiving the mind of awakening. So doubt means when Buddha says, I save you, so come as you are. Entrust yourself to me, I shall save you from suffering, liberation from your struggle, difficulties, spiritual difficulties too. And then by receiving Buddha's mind of awakening, it does not mean, of course, our daily life struggle, suffering disappear. Yeah, it's not like Buddhism is not like a magic, but by receiving Buddha's compassion and wisdom, now we can see clearly the fundamental cause is truly exists inside of me. We call it attachment or desire, wishing everything should go as I plan, as I wish. If not, my anger or frustration or disappointment or so many emotions comes out. Then other people's situation outside is the conditions make me to respond to those things based on my ego. But by receiving compassion, wisdom, we can see again, it's inside of me. If then my attitude to others
my reaction to other things I'm going through, experience is changing. Then how I see things also can change. Still, again, struggle, difficulties will be there, but now we can see things differently. But again, knowing that still not easy to believe, yeah. But say no, come as you are. We have to examine using our brain or knowledge or ideas. What? I have to check it. What you're saying? You save me? I don't bite it. I don't believe it. What is that? So again, this doubt is truly the hindrance. Yeah. So we say once we hear Amida Buddha's voice of calling, come as you are, I shall embrace you. If we just simply hear it, indeed, I'm in Buddha's embrace. Naturally, our hands are together in Gassho, and then Namo Amida Butsu comes out so simple and then easy. But again, we want to say, no, doubt or occurs in our mind. I don't think so. Yeah. But if we think that, so therefore, then what we can do? Yeah? If as long as there is a lit, Buddha's compassion, wisdom cannot enter into the inside of the pot, then what we can do is, instead of having a lid, yeah, and then without the open the lid, what happens is now the Buddha's compassion, wisdom can enter, and then that becomes our entrusting, which means no doubt. So this is again the understanding of the awakened mind, where we call it in Japanese term shinjin, mind of awakening, interesting mind, which is the state of mind without no doubt. Simply, totally receive Buddha's calling voice. Come as you are, I shall embrace you. So again, so simple and then easy and then clear. But again, it's so difficult there not to doubt. Well, we learned there, we have to doubt everything before we believe it. Yeah, especially nowadays there are so many information, article, news, and then they may there are fake news too. So we have to judge and then examine, yeah? And it could be basically based on our education or experience. We may say this is a good or bad. I like, don't like. That is again human being nature, but because of that, it guiding us not to easily simply believe in something. So again, to receive Buddha's compassion and then wisdom, simply remove the lid. Then just receive it, that's all. But again, doubt is there. Now think about, we can ask ourselves, yeah, when you were young, did you listen to your parents or adults' advice without question? If your adult or parent tells you, they say you have to do that. Did you say yes? I ask this person, you were such a child? Yes. No resisting. We can say, well, yeah, that time they tell me what to do, or they tell me something I have to improve. We are maybe so annoying. Yes, so make me upset. But later, when we think about, don't you think we may have a moment or experience? Oh, now I understand. Oh, that's right, that's true. So that moment, yeah, also that part of the doubt, believing myself, yeah, although there are people who knows better than me or you, but we want to believe in myself, my mind, what I want, what I'm thinking. So we cannot hear it. That is a part of doubting, relying on myself. So that also in Buddhism too, no matter how we try to believe it, there is a room or potential or space for believing myself, my intention, my effort, my mind to become a Buddha. Hey, I can try. Yeah? Buddha means without no greed, anger, ignorance, peace, perfection, enlightenment. Hey, I can try, be kind, gentle. Yeah, we can try. Then our founder, Shin and Shonin, is the one. at the Mount Hill place of practice for 20 years. 20 years, every day, every single moment. Only practice, so that to remove this doubt of it, or greed, anger, ignorance, or human attachment. However, the more Shinran Shonin practiced, he realized no matter he tried, he cannot remove the lid. So again, this lid is a hindrance or doubt. Believing I can rely on my mind, be kind, be gentle, but there is limitations, not perfect. So we cannot use it, my heart and the mind, to become a Buddha. So therefore, that is a moment for Shinran Shonin realized. It's not to me to remove this doubt. I cannot rely on this myself, totally just simply for attaining enlightenment, becoming a Buddha. Only simply hear Buddha's calling voice. Come as you are, I shall embrace you. Shinran Shonin simply clearly hear it. I am in Buddha's embrace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. That is again interesting heart and the moment, without doubt. So again, in this way, kind of again easy picture or big picture idea, remove your lid or doubt. It's not easy. So, but again, don't you think when me and my wife had a hot pot dinner, yeah? We put water and then ingredients, vegetable, fish or meat, and put some tasty sauce, and then we put the lid into we put the lid over the pot, yeah? So it can have a warm and then heat up. And when I'm making a hot pot, I remember one story on my memory. That is every time when I was a child in Japan, yeah? So my mother was cooking the hot pot dinner. And then she put the water, ingredients, and then and she put the lid to the pot there. And when I was watching the hot pot, after maybe 10 minutes, suddenly the lid began to move. So I asked my mother, Mom, someone is there in the hot pot, moving. And Mom came and she said, oh, no worry, it's due to the pressure of the inside of the pot. It's try to coming out. It then move the lid as if somebody is there. It's just pressure try to come out. Oh, it's so interesting. And then when we have a dinner, my mother serving the for each of us, and I noticed she putting more vegetables. I said, Mom, I like more fish and meat. Put more. She said, okay. She picked up more vegetables. No, I like fish. No, meat. Don't put vegetable. Okay, put in more vegetable. And why you do that? I don't like it. Anyway, I'm so hungry, so I'm eating. It's I remember hot pot, and then few weeks ago, when we had a hot pot dinner or making a hot pot, I realized when I serving to my spouse, I put in more vegetables, less meat or fish. Just thinking, for her health, for our diet, more vegetables. When I'm doing that, is that did somebody do the same thing for me? That was my mother, That moment, when I was a child, I insisted, no, put more meat and then fish. I don't like vegetables. Can you imagine if, since I was a child, if I have a eating habit of only eating fish or meat or pork or beef without vegetable, I may have a bad health, bad eating habit. Or maybe I only like the salty, oily taste. But even that moment, my mother was actually thinking of my health, and they put in more vegetables. When I do the same thing to my spouse, that was a kind of a moment, I didn't realize, but I'm receiving my mother's caring from that time. And now it still helps me to try to choose eat more vegetables. So we can try to imagine in that moment I had a lit, not to listen to her words of wisdom or health, caring or love for me. But later, when I realize her true intention, I feel, although I put lit, but actually inside I'm receiving. Like when I mentioned that, you can see also the tasty, the hot pot meal, dinner, okay? Inside, yeah, if we put even we put the lid, there is a pressure is there, and it can move the lid. In a similar way, when I was a child, when I was an ignorant child, I put the lid. But the inside there is my mother's caring and love existed. And then it is there. I didn't realize, but when it came out, I feel grateful. My mother was actually thinking of me. So in a similar way, Amida Buddha's compassion and wisdom, we may have a doubt. We may still believe in myself, my mind, my way of thinking, education, experience. No good and then bad, but that is our human nature, believing myself. Actually, we do have a judgmental mind, distinctive mind. Then that doubt, we may have a doubt, but inside of us, actually, without knowing, we have been exposed to Buddha's compassion and wisdom. Without knowing, we are receiving. And then when inside the pot of my life, our life pressure or compassion begins to overflowing. That is the moment we realize, although I thought I was the one who opened the lid, actually there have been Buddha's compassion, wisdom working in my life deeply. So again, it does not mean that doubt is okay, but human being nature, not easy to believe in there. So how many of you believe if I say, hey, send your money to me, I can make it 2 times or 3 times more big amount of money. So today, write a check to me. How many of you believe it? I will return it with 2 or 3 times a big, large amount. No one believe it there. My wife is like, no. But I'm a minister, yeah? No cheating, no lying. That is a lie, but okay. So we have to think, no, I don't think so. So we will do that, doubting or thinking. So therefore, as a conclusion, next page, please. So Shin and Shoni, our founder, said in this way, concerning interesting, it is the ocean of Shinjin, perfect and unhindered. That is, that Tathagata's Buddhas consummately fulfill great compassion. Hence, there is no mixture of doubt. It is therefore called entrusting. The essence of entrusting is the sincere mind of benefiting others and in directing virtues. So entrusting a mind of awakening truly like an ocean, perfect, unhindered, that the Buddha's compassion fulfilled. So Amida Buddha prepared, designed everything. Perfection, no mistake or no something we can add. Everything prepared perfectly. So we don't have to add anything. And that is when we receive it simply as it is. When we receive it, that is no doubt exists. Because we just simply receive it. But I am the one again adding a doubt. Is that true? I don't think so. Putting a believing my effort and then self-power. But for the mind of awakening, truly receive it without mixture of doubt. That is called entrusting. So simple. Therefore, again, today, including myself, we may have a lit symbolizing a doubt or thinking. I listen to Namo Amida Butsu, but still I worship other religion or other Buddhist sect, or I using other materials for benefiting myself, or believing meditation or practice for my merits. Of course, other practice of meditation is okay if we understand we don't use it for my enlightenment. But if we have any even slight feeling or idea with this, by reading books, practicing meditation, being mindful, if we think because of this, I can be better, be closer to enlightenment. That is why we call it doubt, because that contains our ego attachment. No matter how good the practice we think we are doing, unfortunately, it contains our ego desires. So we cannot use it. Therefore, when we realize my human being nature, that is occasion totally believing and then realizing, receiving Amida Buddha's calling voice, Namo Amida Butsu. When we simply receive it, we will realize I don't need other things. Simply because I receive this treasure, gift, my sincere mind from Amida Buddha, that is everything. Nothing else is needed. Could be just that they can help me to recite Namo Amida Butsu, more deepen my appreciation in Namo Amida Butsu. So again, today, including myself, truly listen to Namo Amida Butsu and then entrusting ourselves to Buddha's vow. And even we may feel there is a lit, but deep inside of us, without knowing, we have been exposed to the boundless compassion, wisdom, and then guiding our life. As a conclusion, please put your hands together in Gassho. Let me share words of Shin and Shonin with you. Concerning entrusting, it is the ocean of Shinjin, perfect and unhindered, that the Tathagata's Buddhas consummately fulfill great compassion. Hence there is no mixture of doubt. It is therefore called entrusting. The essence of entrusting is the sincere mind of benefiting others and directing virtues. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Reverend Tomioka. We will have a reading of Homages. Hard it is to be born into the Pure Land. Hard it is to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear them. If we do not gain emancipation in this present life, we will not be free from ill-faring in the oceans of birth and deaths for kalpas. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures. We go to the Buddha for guidance. May we always walk in the way that leads to enlightenment. We go to the Dharma for guidance. May we be submerged in the depth of the teachings and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. We go to the Sangha for guidance. May we all with one accord live the life of harmony in the spirit of oneness, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through the myriads of kalpas, hard it is to hear such excellent and profound teachings. Now we are able to hear and receive them. Let us try to understand the Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu. We will now have chanting of Nembutsu. We will now have announcements. There will be a Hawaii District Ministers Association Nembutsu seminar Saturday, October 2nd at 10 to 11 o'clock. Path of Resilience, Path of Nembutsu. Reverend Camila Hirano to register. Please go to the web page, our web page. Hawaii District Ministers Association monthly online seminar, Saturday, October 9th from 10 to 11:30. Reverend Blayne Higa from Kona Hongwanji Buddhist Temple will give a message, Embracing Our Shadow, Shin Buddhist Wisdom for When Life Gets Difficult. And to register, please go to our webpage or Facebook page. Words of wisdom. The working of wisdom and compassion itself is the Buddha. Please stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
When my heart is touched by kindness, how my being fills with joy I wish to share. When my heart overflows with life's gifts, may my smile uplift, I'll share smiles everywhere. Thoughts tender soon, as the ocean's depths, I also offer, when touched by kindness, to share. When my heart is sad in loneliness, may I reach out to one whose heart may feel so too. Cherishing the time we warmly its way.